Go back up to Fenway Park in Boston, where Baseball Hall of Famer Jim Palmer's in the MASN broadcast booth. And Jim's kind of nice game to watch with all those home runs and all those hits early in the ballgame, wasn't it?
Yeah. I had like 8 extra base hits. Of course, I lost count. There were so many of them. But, right, I mean, a 2.76 ERA, pitched a complete game against the Orioles in Baltimore last year. One of the best pitchers in the American League till he hurt his shoulder. But he was, only other than Adam Jones, he really didn't throw a whole lot of balls at knuckle tonight. And the Orioles, Mancini, I mean, what you liked about him is he went to right center, and then they brought in Ben Taylor. He got behind him 2-1, pass ball up and in, and he just, Nike it down the left field line. So there were a lot of great at-bats. It's the same team that had scored, 21 runs in six games. So a good night to break out of the slump. And then, of course, Ubaldo, he just couldn't quite get through 5. Those 2 walks in the 5th inning undid him.
Jimmy, I feel bad for Ubaldo not being able to get to the 5th inning and pick up a win in that sort of ball game. But, I know that you know a lot about the mechanics of pitching and everything. Ubaldo, to me, just did not look like he's going to stay behind the ball at all. Falling off to the left, throwing to the right, everything sinking, sailing. What can he do to get himself back on track?
Well, I actually thought that, maybe other than what they were trying to do, he got 0-2 on Hanley Ramirez, tried to go up and in and didn't get it in, doubled down the line. Same with Chris Young. I thought he dropped his arm on his breaking ball, which certainly affects him. So, again, it becomes flat. Probably had a better fastball velocity-wise, threw it at the knees. Didn't walk anybody till the 5th. But again, when you have a 9-0, now it's 9-3, 9-4, and you get the bases loaded, 2 of those walks, you're not going to. The Orioles had to. They had to win tonight. All the games are huge. You're going up to Toronto. Toronto's 1-7 now, but. You look at who they're going to throw out there. Liriano struggled in his first start. You got to win tonight's game, and that's why Buck went to the. Went to the bullpen. And the impressive thing is that Michael Gibbons didn't have his best fastball tonight. He's throwing 90, 92, but he made some pitches, got the easy ground balls, got him out of that inning. They added 3 runs in the 7th inning on the Castillo double down the line. So, again, it's a big game to win. And, again, when you play in this division, but at the end of the day, we know that the Orioles starting pitching has to get better. And hopefully tomorrow night in Toronto, Gausman will pitch well, certainly capable of 1 or 2 running any team. And, the Jays, they miss Encarnacion, and I don't think the Orioles are going to miss him when they go up to Toronto.
I think that's an understatement. All right, thanks to Jim Palmer, the Baseball Hall of Famer there in the MASN broadcast booth.